Former police detective Sergeant Glensford Burnett was first to take the witness stand as public hearings of the Commission of Inquiry into the death of 8 miners at Lindo Creek got underway Thursday. Sergeant Burnett, who specialized in crime scene investigation, testified that he was stationed at CID Ivlery on the 21st of June 2008 when he was instructed by his immediate superior to head to Lindo Creek because 8 miners had been killed. He testified before the commission what he saw when that joint services team ventured into Lindo Creek.
I observed that there was an open area about 117, average 117 feet in length and about 80 feet in width. In that area, there were trees around, and there were 2 camps.
2 camps?
Yeah, 2 camps. There were also a dredging operation set up to the southwestern side, close to the trees.
He identified 2 senior officers, one Thomas and Crawford, who were in charge of that team. He continued with his evidence that after combing the crime scene, he identified the charred remains of the miners.
On checking at the other camp, which was shadeless.
So there was another camp?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I observed it's like a sleeping place or resting place for the miners. And the front half of the camp, which is about, I average about 15 feet in length. The first half, I noticed a pile of charred remains. On checking, I found that they were human remains.
And how you concluded they were human remains? What you saw among the pile that caused you to conclude they were human?
They were skeleton bones, part of skull, limbs, well, bones, and
this is the first time.
Kind of flesh, what doesn't burn properly.
It is Burnett's testimony that the forensic team from Trinidad and one from Jamaica had come to Guyana, returned to the crime scene and removed samples. To date, Sergeant Burnett testified that he has not been privy to ballistic tests conducted.
On completion, I prepare ballistic forms for the ammunition and the spin shell, and handed it over after the secretary of Mr. Thomas. I handed it over to Sergeant Jackson at the ballistic section.
The hammer was also handed over to him?
No. I took the armor to the forensic lab, where it was handed over to Superintendent Graves.
And were you ever privy to the findings of those potential items being analyzed?
No, sir.
Never got privy, sir.
Undertakers from the Likens funeral parlor had taken over the skeletal remains brought out of Lindo Creek by the police. Those remains were later transported to the GPHC, where an autopsy was done. Burnett testified that no request was made to have relatives view that autopsy.
Did you see any of the relatives of the allegedly killed victims at any time at the public hospital or the police headquarters?
No, sir.
You never saw any of them at all in any other place, and you didn't see them?
No, sir.
Or take statements from them?
No, sir.
None of them?
No. I don't know the people.
Never.
I don't know any of the people. If I see them, I can't say, well.
They're the part, yeah.
Sergeant Burnett served in the Guyana Police Force from June 1983 to January 2013. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.